You step through your front door after another grinding day at the office, the kind where the fluorescent lights buzzed like angry hornets in your head, and the traffic on the way home felt like an endless parade of frustration. The familiar scent of your living room hits you, that mix of fresh laundry from the dryer and the faint coffee grounds lingering from breakfast. But tonight, something's different. The air feels thicker, almost pressing against your chest as you kick off your shoes. You flick on the light switch, and the bulb hesitates for a split second, casting a flicker of shadow across the walls before steadying. Your heart picks up a notch, unbidden, like a quiet drumbeat, warning you that the sanctuary you've built here, this home that's supposed to be your safe haven, might be hiding something you can't quite see. You've always known you were different, haven't you? That subtle pull inside, the one that makes you question the ordinary rhythm of life while everyone else seems content with the status quo. And now, as February 19th looms just hours away, that feeling sharpens into something urgent, almost electric. It's not paranoia, it's a whisper from above, a divine alert tailored just for you, one of the chosen ones, handpicked to walk a path others might never glimpse. Think about it. You've brushed off those nagging instincts before, the way your gut twists when you walk past a certain room or linger too long in the hallway. But this time, it's louder, insistent, like God himself is leaning in close, saying, "Pay attention, child. There's danger in the shadows of your own home." And not the kind from a movie, with masked intruders or creaking doors in the night, but something deeper, more insidious. Threats to your peace, your purpose, the very calling that's been simmering in your soul for years. You're over 35, juggling a family that demands everything, a job that drains you, and that quiet ache for meaning that no promotion or vacation can fill. You've prayed about it in the dim light of your bedroom, staring at the ceiling fans spinning lazily, wondering if there's more to this life than the daily grind. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. And here it is. This date, February 19th, marked not on your calendar with dentist appointments or school runs, but etched into the fabric of your spirit as a turning point. God isn't shouting from the heavens. He's speaking through the ordinary, through the home you trust, urging you to uncover what's hidden before it pulls you off course. You felt it building, haven't you? That unease creeping in during quiet moments, maybe while you're washing dishes and the water runs a little too cold against your hands, or when you sit on the couch with the TV murmuring in the background, but your mind drifts to unfinished business from years ago. As a chosen one, your sensitivity to these things runs deeper than most. Others might chalk it up to stress, pop another pill and move on, but you sense the layers, the spiritual undercurrents that tie your physical world to something eternal. And on this specific date, that intuition amplifies like a signal boosting through the ether, alerting you that your home, that place of comfort and routine, harbors risks you never imagined. Perhaps it's the stack of old letters in the drawer you haven't touched since your parents passed, carrying emotional weights that fester like unseen mold behind the walls. Or the way the foundation shifts ever so slightly during heavy rains, mirroring the instability in your relationships that you've been ignoring. God sees it all, and He's chosen this moment, this warning, to draw you closer, to protect the destiny He's woven into your life. Let me paint it clearer for you. Imagine it's late evening. The kids are finally asleep upstairs, their soft breathing a distant comfort through the baby monitor. You pour yourself a glass of water from the kitchen sink, the cool liquid sliding down your throat. But as you set the glass down, your eyes catch on a small crack in the tile floor. One that's been there for months, widening just a hair since last week. It's nothing, you tell yourself, just the house settling. But deep down, that chill returns, wrapping around your spine. This is no coincidence. February 19th isn't just another winter day. It's a divine marker, a call to vigilance for those of us who've been set apart. You've always had that edge, that knowing. Remember the time you avoided a major decision at work because something felt off and it turned out to be a bullet dodged? That's your gift, amplified now, pointing straight to the heart of your home. God is alerting you because He knows the battles you're meant to fight, the purpose you're on the cusp of embracing, and He won't let hidden dangers derail it. But what if you ignore it? What if you brush it off as fatigue from another long week, collapse into bed, and let tomorrow's routine swallow you whole? The cost could be steeper than you think. Fractured peace, missed opportunities, a slow erosion of the faith that's carried you this far. You're not alone in this. Countless others like you, Americans in their prime years, wrestling with the pull between worldly demands and spiritual hunger, have stood at this crossroads. I've heard their stories, felt the echo of my own journey in them. And that's why this warning matters so much. It's personal, intimate, a father's protective hand on your shoulder as you navigate the unseen. So lean in with me here, because what comes next could shift everything you thought you knew about your home and your calling. Hold on, because we're just getting started on uncovering these signs, and trust me, once you see them, you'll never look at your front door the same way again. You've probably noticed how your home, that place you've poured your heart into, hanging family photos on the walls, arranging furniture just so for those rare moments of togetherness, starts to feel less like a refuge and more like a puzzle with missing pieces. Take Sarah from Ohio, a 42-year-old mom of two who works as a nurse, always on her feet, saving lives, but coming home to her own quiet exhaustion. She told me about that evening in mid-February last year, how the house seemed to hold its breath. The usual hum of the refrigerator felt off-key, and when she reached for her Bible on the nightstand, a page stuck, revealing a verse she'd underlined years ago. Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the prowler, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. It hit her like a thunderclap, not fear, but clarity. Sarah had been ignoring the tension with her husband, the way arguments simmered under the surface like steam from a pot left too long on the stove. That crack in her emotional foundation was the hidden danger, and on a date much like February 19th, God nudged her to face it. She didn't wait. She prayed right there, and within weeks, counseling sessions mended what was fraying. Now, her home breathes easier, and so does she. That's the thing about being chosen. Your everyday world becomes a canvas for divine messages. You walk into your kitchen the morning of the 19th, coffee brewing with that rich aroma filling the air, but your eyes snag on the calendar hanging by the fridge. February 19th circled in red, maybe from some old appointment, but today it pulls at you like a magnet. Why now? Why this date? It's because God times these alerts perfectly, weaving them into the fabric of your life when you're ready to listen. For you, it might manifest as a dream the night before, vivid and lingering. Shadows moving in corners you know are empty, or a voice murmuring your name in the quiet. You wake up with that residue, a faint unease that follows you to the breakfast table, where the clink of cereal bowls against plates sounds sharper than usual. This isn't random. It's a symptom of something deeper stirring, a call to inspect the hidden corners of your home and, by extension, your heart. Let's talk about those symptoms, the ones that creep in uninvited and make you pause mid-step. You're in the living room, flipping through channels on a Sunday afternoon, the remote slick in your hand from nervous sweat you didn't even notice. The sunlight slants through the blinds, dust motes dancing like tiny spirits, and suddenly a memory floods back. That argument with a loved one years ago. Words left unsaid, hanging in the air like smoke. Your chest tightens, not from the show on TV, but from the realization that unresolved pain has taken root here in this space. For many of us over 35, life has piled on layers. Kids growing up too fast, careers hitting plateaus, faith tested by losses that leave scars. These manifest in your home as subtle shifts, doors that stick more than they used to, lights that dim without reason, or that persistent drip from the faucet echoing your own dripping doubts. It's God's way of saying, look closer. The danger isn't out there, it's woven into what you hold dear. And oh, how it resonates when you recognize yourself in it. You've sat at your dining table, bills spread out like a battlefield, the wooden surface worn smooth from years of family meals and heartfelt talks. But lately, meals feel strained, conversations clipped, and you wonder if the foundation of your family is cracking under the weight. That's a classic sign for the chosen. An internal barometer that picks up on spiritual static before it storms. Science backs this too. Studies from places like the American Psychological Association show how chronic stress from home environments leads to heightened cortisol levels, that fight-or-flight hormone keeping you on edge. But for you, it's more than biology. It's a spiritual signal, amplified on dates like February 19th, when the veil between the seen and unseen thins, just enough for the alert to break through. Picture this. You're upstairs in your bedroom, the one with the quilt your grandmother made draped over the bed, soft and faded from time. You open the closet door to grab a sweater, and there it is. An old box shoved to the back, filled with mementos from a past relationship or a dream you shelved for practical reasons. Dust clings to it like regret, and as you touch it, a wave of what-ifs crashes over you. This is the hidden danger God wants you to see. Burdens you've stored away, out of sight but not out of mind, sapping your energy and dimming your light. Ignoring it? That's like leaving a slow leak in the roof. Eventually, it floods everything. But acknowledging it, that's where the power lies. You've felt that pull before, haven't you? The one that says you're meant for more than just surviving the days. Now, before we dive deeper into why this happens, let me share a bit about my own brush with it. I remember a February years back, much like this one, when I came home to my modest apartment in Texas, the kind with creaky stairs and a view of the neighbor's overgrown yard. The air was thick with the smell of rain-soaked earth from an earlier shower, and as I unlocked the door, a gust pushed back against me, almost like resistance. Inside, everything looked the same. Books stacked on the coffee table, a half-eaten sandwich from lunch on the counter. But my spirit recoiled. That night I couldn't sleep. The clock ticked louder than usual, each second amplifying the whisper in my ear. It turned out to be a warning about a toxic friendship I'd let linger, poisoning the peace of my space without me realizing. God used that date to jolt me awake and clearing it out. It was like sunlight breaking through clouds. If you're nodding along, feeling that echo in your bones, you're not alone. Hit that like button if this is hitting home for you right now. These symptoms aren't just fleeting moods. They build, layer by layer, until they demand attention. You're driving home from work, the radio playing some upbeat country tune about small-town dreams, but your mind wanders to the attic you haven't climbed into for years. Up there, amid the Christmas decorations and forgotten toys, lies the clutter of your past. Achievements gathering dust, regrets boxed away. On February 19th, that thought sticks, refuses to fade, because it's God's alert light flashing. Hidden dangers like emotional baggage can destabilize your entire foundation. Psychologists call it homeostasis disruption, where your environment mirrors inner turmoil. But spiritually, it's a call to arms for the chosen. You've probably experienced it in the bathroom mirror, steam from a hot shower fogging the glass, and as it clears, you see not just your reflection, but the weariness in your eyes from carrying what you shouldn't. Or consider the backyard, that patch of green where you once barbecued with friends, laughter ringing out under summer stars. Now, in winter's grip, it's barren, weeds pushing through cracks in the patio. Stepping out there on a crisp morning, the cold bites at your fingers as you sip your coffee, and that bareness mirrors the voids in your life. Perhaps a calling to ministry or creativity you've neglected. God uses these tangible signs because they're undeniable, grounding the ethereal in the everyday. For Americans like us, raised on self-reliance and faith intertwined, it's a perfect bridge. Data from Pew Research shows over 70% of adults 35 plus report seeking spiritual guidance amid daily stresses, and moments like this, they're the breakthroughs. But here's where it gets intriguing. What if these signs are pointing to something even more profound? What few people understand is how your home isn't just bricks and mortar. It's a spiritual outpost, a battleground where unseen forces vie for influence. And on February 19th, the stakes rise. Imagine tucking the kids into bed, their rooms cozy with nightlights glowing softly. But as you turn off the hall light, a shadow seems to stretch unnaturally long. Your pulse quickens. Is it just the play of light or something more? This is the revelation unfolding. The causes behind these hidden dangers run deeper than surface clutter or stress. It's tied to your unique position as a chosen one, where the enemy targets what you hold sacred to derail your purpose. Let's peel back the layers. Spiritually, the Bible speaks of the home as a place of blessing and protection. Think of the Israelites' tents in the wilderness, sanctified by God's presence. But when we drift, ignoring our calling, cracks form. Ephesians 6 warns of the armor we need, because our struggle isn't against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. For you, that manifests as these subtle intrusions, a sudden argument erupting over nothing, leaving the air charged like before a storm, or technology glitches. Your phone buzzing with spam calls that unsettle you, symbolizing distractions pulling you from prayer. Science intersects here too. Neuro studies from Harvard indicate that environments laden with unresolved conflict alter brain patterns, heightening anxiety. But the spiritual why? It's because as a chosen one, you're a threat to darkness. God alerts you on pivotal dates like February 19th to fortify your space before the prowler senses weakness. Consider the root causes more closely. That unease in your hallway. It might stem from unconfessed sins or unforgiveness, festering like termites in the beams. You've forgiven on the surface, said the words at family gatherings, smiles plastered on. But deep down, resentment simmers, inviting chaos. Or perhaps it's generational, echoes from your upbringing, where faith was whispered but not fully embraced, leaving vulnerabilities in your spiritual walls. I've seen it in folks like Mike, a 50-year-old engineer from Florida, who ignored the nagging pull until February hit. His home office, piled with blueprints of unbuilt dreams, became a symbol of stalled purpose. One night, a storm knocked out the power, plunging everything into darkness, and in that void, he heard the call clearly: release the past to step into the future. Turns out the cause was fear of failure, rooted in a father's disapproval long ago. Addressing it, his home transformed, energy flowing freely again, and the data. Spiritual wellness studies from Gallup reveal that 60% of midlife Americans report spiritual dryness linked to home life imbalances, where physical spaces reflect inner voids. God, in his wisdom, uses February 19th, a date resonant with renewal in many traditions, echoing Lent's introspection, to reveal this. The chill you feel. It's not the thermostat, it's conviction stirring, urging you to audit your domain. What comes next in this revelation might surprise you, because the causes aren't just personal, they're cosmic, tied to the larger narrative of your calling. You see, being chosen means you're part of a divine plan, threads woven through time. The hidden dangers in your home are strategic strikes against that, distractions disguised as comfort, like that favorite chair where you scroll social media instead of journaling prayers. The cause, a world that numbs the spirit with busyness. Proverbs 4:23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." When we don't, leaks spring in our sanctuaries. Take Lisa from California, 38 and a teacher, whose home felt oppressive despite ocean views. The cause, boundary issues with extended family, their visits leaving emotional residue like footprints in wet sand. On a February morning akin to the 19th, she felt the alert. A bird repeatedly tapping the window, insistent. It led her to set limits, reclaiming her space. Now, peace reigns. But let's go further. The revelation deepens when you consider how these causes link to broader spiritual warfare. The enemy knows your home is where you recharge for your mission. Whether it's leading your family in faith, starting that community outreach, or simply being a light in your neighborhood. So he plants seeds of doubt, that bill you can't pay, symbolizing provision fears, the lonely evenings, echoing isolation from your purpose. Studies in environmental psychology from the Journal of Happiness Studies show cluttered or tense homes correlate with 40% higher depression rates in adults over 35. Spiritually, it's the prowler's ploy. God counters with alerts like this, using dates to synchronize with seasonal shifts. February's end, signaling winter's thaw, mirroring soul renewal. What if I told you the most overlooked cause is complacency? You've built a life, mortgage paid, routines set, but in that stability, you've grown numb to the Spirit's voice. The home, once alive with God's presence during those early marriage days or first child's cries, now echoes hollowly. February 19th pierces that veil, with signs like a Bible falling open to a warning verse or a sudden scent of rain indoors. Unexplainable. For Tom, a 45-year-old veteran from Pennsylvania, it was the garage, tools rusted from disuse, representing neglected gifts. The alert came as a pipe burst on the 19th, flooding the space. Cause, neglect born of survival mode post-service. Revelation led to restoration. Now his home hums with purpose. These causes aren't punishments. They're invitations to deeper intimacy with God. As we uncover them, the path to solutions emerges. But hold that thought, because transforming your home starts with one bold step, and it could redefine everything from this day forward. Now imagine yourself standing in the center of your living room, eyes closed, breathing in the familiar sense, but this time with intention. The solution to these hidden dangers isn't in calling an exorcist or remodeling the whole place, though sometimes a good declutter helps. No, it's in reclaiming your home as holy ground, step by deliberate step, guided by the one who alerted you. As a chosen one, you have the authority. James 4:7 promises that submitting to God and resisting the devil makes him flee. Start here, on February 19th, or right now if you're feeling that pull. Walk through each room with prayer. Speak blessings over the spaces. Lord, fill this kitchen with your provision. Let conversations here build rather than break. It's simple, but powerful. I've seen it shift atmospheres instantly. Concrete steps build on that. First, identify the physical manifestations of those symptoms. That crack in the floor? Get on your knees, literally, and inspect it. But also pray over the instabilities in your life. Hire a professional if needed, but pair it with spiritual work. Journal the fears it represents, then burn the page as an act of release, ashes symbolizing surrender. For emotional clutter like Sarah did, invite a trusted friend for coffee. not to vent endlessly, but to pray together, naming the burdens aloud. Science supports this. Group prayer reduces stress hormones by up to 30%, per studies from the Mayo Clinic, blending faith with fact. Next, fortify the spiritual boundaries. Anoint your doorposts with oil. Olive oil from your pantry will do, reciting Psalm 91. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Do this at dawn on the 19th, the light breaking as a metaphor for breakthrough. Then, create a war room, a corner dedicated to intercession, with your Bible, a notebook, and photos of your loved ones. Visit it daily, even 5 minutes, declaring protection. Mike from Florida turned his office into this. Within a month, clarity flooded in, dangers dissipated, but the transformation deepens with community. Share this with your spouse or a prayer partner. Hey, I've been feeling this unease. Let's tackle it together. Isolation amplifies threats, but unity, it's a shield. Lisa's story exemplifies. After setting boundaries, she hosted a small group Bible study, turning her home from battleground to beacon. Now, laughter fills the rooms again. And here's a step that ties it all to your calling. Embark on the 30-day journey from the ebook Call of the Chosen. It's not fluffy advice. It's a structured path with daily reflections, prayers, and challenges designed for folks like you, busy Americans seeking that something more. Day 1. Audit your home for signs, just like we're discussing. By day 19, you'll have rituals to maintain vigilance, ensuring February's warning becomes a lifelong strength. Thousands have walked it, emerging with homes alive with purpose. Let's expand on that journey. Picture day 5. You're in the attic, sorting boxes. But instead of overwhelm, guided meditations help you release each item with gratitude or forgiveness. The weight lifts, literally. Studies show decluttering boosts dopamine, but spiritually, it clears channels for God's voice. Day 10. Focus on relationships, role-playing tough conversations in prayer, then applying them. Tom's garage became a workshop of redemption. He fixed not just tools, but his resolve. Interruptions happen. Life doesn't pause, but weaves solutions in. When that faucet drips, fix it while affirming, Lord, stop the leaks in my life. For the 35-plus crowd, with aging parents or teen dramas, tailor it. Dedicate a room for family devotions, short and sweet, fostering belonging. What if resistance arises? That's normal. Push through with worship music playing softly, inviting the spirit to move. I've guided many through this. One woman, Elena from New York, 47 and widowed, faced ghosts of grief in her empty dining room. The e-book's prompts led her to host dinners for neighbors, transforming solitude into connection. Her home, now a hub of healing. These steps aren't one-offs, they're habits. Weekly audits, walk the perimeter, pray the grounds, monthly deep cleans, physical and spiritual. And always anchor in Scripture. Deuteronomy 28's blessings for obedience. As you implement, watch the shift. Shadows retreat, peace settles like morning dew. But before we wrap this pillar, consider how solutions extend outward. Your fortified home becomes a launch pad for your calling. Maybe volunteering at church or starting that blog on faith in daily life. The ebook maps this, with testimonials from real Americans who've turned warnings into wonders. You're sensing it now, aren't you? The possibility of a home not just safe, but sacred. Comment below if you've spotted a sign in your space today. Your story might encourage someone else. And if this is stirring something deep, share it with that friend who's been struggling. They might be chosen too. As we circle back, these pillars, recognizing symptoms, unveiling causes, embracing solutions, interweave like threads in a tapestry God is weaving for you. That initial unease on stepping through your door, it's evolved into empowerment. February 19th's warning wasn't to scare you, but to awaken the giant within, the one destined for greatness. Recap the journey we've walked, From that heavy air and flickering lights, validating the pull you've felt for so long, to revealing how spiritual warfare targets your sanctuary, and now arming you with steps to reclaim it. You've seen yourself in Sarah. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuru readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.